Osborne. It's about time you got up. There's lots we have to do together.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Mr. Saturday, aka Chris Benoit Jr. And because of your impeccable taste, you are back and you are here. And I appreciate every single last one of y'all. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Norman Osborn. We're going to discuss the figure, but I feel like he's a figure that deserves a little more, we need to pause, even though it's a retro, because I feel like we look at the retro and the vintage waves as whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't come with a bath. We grab them. I think this is a monumental wave just on the strength of this Norman Osborn head sculpt. We're going to talk about that, but first, this week we're going to talk about Todd McFarlane's upcoming releases from his DC Multiverse line. Let's take a look at some of them right now. But this McFarlane one is hard, man. And it looks like it's in scale with these figures, because that's our main gripe with McFarlane. He jumps around with all these different types where they're out of scale. I'm not familiar with which Batman that is. If you guys know it, I'm not even gonna look it up. If you guys know it, put it in the comments. But it's another good-looking Batman. Look at that. Look at those details on there. Okay, and from his My Hero Academia line, they're in the this is Bokaru in his UA Festival suit. Hey, I'm fully emotionally invested in that anime, so I need all of them in this. So now we have, this looks like it's based off all the DC comics are weird now. I jump in and out of comics. Right now, it's all about Batman versus Batman versus Batman versus Batman versus Batman if he had Superman powers versus Batman if he had the Watchmen powers. Honestly, I'm a little tired of it. I may need to see an animated feature of this to really connect with him. That's just me. But let's take a look at these figures. The Robin, from what I hear, is going to be, you get one Robin and the heads or something like that. One Robin with 3 heads. Batman at last, which is a dope figure. And then you got the other, apparently this one is Batman and Doomsday combined. And this one is Batman and Wonder Woman if they combine. And this guy is Batman and Flash if they combine. That's the simplest way to explain him. Oh, Flashpoint Batman. I definitely want him. I definitely want this figure. Thomas Wayne. It's tough. It's tough. I feel like they're getting better photographers for their promo shots too, because this looks good. Oh my God, I want this figure so bad. What I love about the McFarlane line is it's all these different Batmans. That's awesome, bro. I love that about them. That Flash. It's a good Flash. I hope when they sculpted him, that they thought about people posing and running, because it's the Flash. That'll determine how much I like this Flash figure, because I'm gonna get it. The animated Teen Titans Cyborg. That's pretty dope. Batman. It looks like the video game one. And Deathstroke. Look at his Deathstroke. Perfect. It's clean. These are kind of dope, man. If they look more like statues, if you collect this kind of stuff, they look visually, they're hard, man. That's a cybernetic shark. Like, where's the beef? That's a robotic shark. And this look, a robotic snake. Battle Snake, that's his name. That's Battle Snake. That's exactly what this is, a battle snake. I mean, look at that shit. It's hard though. Yeah, that shit is hard as fuck. Bleed out. So they look cool. You put cybernetics on anything, it looks cool. And whoever sculpted these is mad nice. Yeah, those are dope. The McFarlane wave. Well, my biggest issue with the McFarlane line is they're not continuing the figures. It's like, all right, I got the animated Superman, the animated Batman, and the animated Green Lantern. Where's the next animated figure? And Teen Titans animated Cyborg does not fit. I needed a Justice League member, man. Like, what are you doing, Todd? That's frustrating to the type of collector that I am. I like teams. I like putting teams together. You gave me a Nightwing, but can I get a matching Cyborg? Right? Is that too much to ask, Todd? And speaking of Todd, we have Todd McFarlane calling in. Hey, what's up, Todd? I'm glad you were able to show up.
I'm Todd McFarlane, and I created Spawn.
Creator of Spawn. He created Spawn, and dope. Like I said, I have those old Spawn figures.
If you had to choose a slow searing ride on Satan's carousel, or watching helplessly by as your best friend got it on with your lover, what choice would you make?
I have gripes, nitpicks about the McFarlane DC multiverse toy line.
What would you do if at the moment of death, a voice from the darkness offered you the chance to live again?
This line has the opportunity to like be a big deal.
Have your answer?
Like, don't turn it into it's literally just a Batman line.
There's no time to think about it. Your heartbeat away from flatlining. Quick, what's the answer? I'm Todd McFarlane, and I created Spawn.
God, Todd, are you? I feel like you're being sketchy right now, bro. I know you're. Come on. Are you trolling me, Todd? Are you trolling me? Stop laughing at me. On today's episode, we're discussing the Marvellegends Spider-Man Retro Waves, Green Goblin. Overall, I think it's a solid figure. I think it's actually a big deal figure for the collection altogether. Only because it has that Norman Osborne head sculpt, and also just the color wave. It's more of a traditional Green Goblin that we want to see, because the other Green Goblin, which wasn't bad, he just looks like, look at that face, man. Like, I'm used to the bugged out one. I like the old school looking Green Goblin. That's why that's important. One, we got a solid Green Goblin, and two, that Norman Osborne head sculpt. How important is that figure for the whole collection? If you think about it, it's Spider-Man's greatest foe. He arguably killed Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man's first love. And I say arguably because if Peter was pretty cocky in these panels to have broken that girl's neck. I'm gonna say negligence on his part. And right now, Tony was right. You should have registered. Maybe she wouldn't be dead. Retro Spider-Man's Green Goblin, Harry Osborne head sculpt, a glider, and a pumpkin. Also want to note that hole at the bottom, it can be used with the Demo Goblin from the Spider-Man wave earlier this year. It can be used with the Demon Goblin stand. I actually love this figure. It's pretty dope. Anyway, we have the standard head, vertical, horizontal rotation, shoulder, rotating bicep. I thought that rotated for a second. I thought that was articulated, but it's not. We have the standard wrist, rotating wrist hinge. Perfect for those throwing the pumpkin poses. Then you got the mid crunch, forward, back and forth. Then you got the rotating waist, ball joint, rotating, thigh, rotating thigh, double knee, boot, calf, rotating. Got the foot, ankle, swivel, and forward bending. And that's your articulation for your Green Goblin. Happy posing, gang. With all that being said, and just the technical nuts and bolts of the figure, I'm gonna give this figure a 10.
Good morning.
Yes, a perfect 10. Right now, if he goes up against my other 10s, how does he stand against them? That's really the question for me. But right now, he's get him, add him to your collection. It's a Spider-Man figure. Classic. I believe this may be if there was a Spider-Man wave when I was a kid, I had the Green Goblin. So this even speaks to my inner youth. So yeah, grab this figure if you can. I tend to get mine online, so I don't know how they are on the street. Are you guys finding them, or I don't know. If you're paying attention, chime in on that on the comment section. I'm curious because I don't mess around with the hunt anymore. But I used to be quite the hunter back in the day. Yes, I hunted. Let me know how these are doing in the street, and also, so what's the big deal figure of this wave right now? For me, it was the Green Goblin, but everyone has a different figure where they had to get it. Let me know. Oh, we got that Spider-Man coming up. We got the whole wave coming up. So just tune in, like, subscribe, share. Oh, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Chris Brand. If you are on Instagram, you can follow me at Saturday mornings. Saturday_mornings, and that's with a Z. Check me out. I take photos. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a blessed weekend. Good morning. That would be so goofy if I ended the show like that, right?